All right, reporting live, looking like Cupid's cousin, and I'm thrilled with it, okay? We got a nice little Valentine's look. I got the hot pink on. I'm not a fan of hot pink, but if I'm wearing, well, I'm not a fan of pink, but if I'm wearing pink, I'm wearing hot pink. That's what I'm trying to say with the little purple pop, these earrings. Never worn them. They're from Express, though. Just took them off the card right now. Oh, and I got a fresh set of nails. So, you know, they're calling these the mob wife nails. I know people are they're like cultural appropriation when it comes to it. But, okay, they're just cool. It's like red and it's cat eye. So what it is underneath is a silver cat eye, but they don't do the line. So they make the cat eye look pearlized. And then they put just regular red gel polish over it. I saw Samantha March with these and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw a picture on my Instagram. So I saved it and took it to my nail tech. So I'm feeling myself in this video because I'm like, oh, I am put together. Okay. And I'm filming this after work. Long work Saturday at the pharmacy. We're going to talk about Valentine's because I am ready. I got some palettes for you guys to share. Let's jump on into the video. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So today I am talking about all the eyeshadow palettes that will get you ready for Valentine's Day. Yes, but before I get carried away, let me go ahead and introduce myself. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're older but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashley. So I've narrowed it down to like 10 palettes in my collection. Just 10. That can get you Valentine's ready. And I'm pretty sure you have these palettes in your collection. I got some oldies, I got some goodies, I got some stuff like I have dusted off in the crates to come and get, you know. I got some conventional ones, some unconventional ones. So I think I have a good little mix here, you know. And you will get this look at the end of the video on how I created it. And for my lock girlies, if you're wondering about my hair, so I did some pipe cleaners on my hair. So what I was saying before that cough tried to take me out was that I did some pipe cleaners on my hair. I have a pipe cleaner tutorial that I promised you I filmed. I just haven't edited, but I did some pipe cleaners, okay? And they last a long time. And for this video, I just decided to put my hair up. So this is literally a ponytail, push forward, and a little bang. But it really gives updo. Because of the pipe cleaners and the spiral curls, that's all it is, okay? So let's talk about these palettes. I don't want to hold you too long because, you know, y'all got stuff to do. So this is in no particular order. And, you know, from this brand, I could have chosen a whole lot, but I think I kept it pretty practical. And I'm just going to start off and right here. Like, if this palette isn't good for a Valentine's Day look for pink, mauve, or maybe you just want to kind of do a little neutral with a hint of mauve, that is going to be great. Okay, so we have the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity, because you know the names be naming, and it's hard for the girl to remember, okay? So this is Celestial Divinity. And you know, you already know, Mama Pat, she's in her pink and her mauve era, okay? She just can't let it go. But guess what? It's going to be perfect for the moment right now, okay? So, of course, we have these beautiful shades that came from the Star Wars collection. So you have these beautiful reds and purples and kind of taupey purples and pinks and plums. So you get the iridescent purples, the golds, the bronzes. So I feel like you just can't go wrong. Like, you know, this is a favorite palette of mine across the board anyway. But I was like, you know what? This can definitely work if you're trying to pull together a Valentine's Day look. Now, this palette is a new palette to my collection, and I'm like, this is just beautiful. This was actually a Christmas release, but it works perfect for the season that we're in. It works perfect for wintertime, and it's warm and it's cool. So I kind of just talked about that in my last video. If you're trying to get into like more cool tones, but you don't know how to approach it because you have some warmer transition shades, and that is especially if you have a warmer skin complexion like me and you want to pull off these cool tones. But here we have the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer palette. So like I said, this one was the holiday release. It is actually like on a pre-order that you can get. And I have my eye on that Sorcerer palette. I missed the pre-order on that. That has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. That has everything to really do more with St. Patty's Day because it's more greenish. But we're going to talk about this one right here. I mean, honestly, first of all, obviously, when you look at it, you got purples. You got a bright pink. You have a more, like that blue to purple, multi-chrome. You have your taupes. You got your browns. And then you cross over to this end of the palette. And you got your silvers. And you got your seductive shades. You could do a nice smoky eye. And you have a hollow shade. Dream State is a hollow, okay? Y'all know I love a good hollow shade. I love them. I do. And I especially love the hollow shades that sometimes you're like, oh, it doesn't straight look like a hollow shade, that the particles are a little bit smaller. Chef's kiss. So this palette gives me all the feels. It's definitely a newer palette, but I'm like, it's definitely in the category of wintertime, Valentine's Day. Gives me some Christmas vibes too. It's just a really well thought out palette that can transcend like multiple seasons. All right, so I got an oldie but a goodie. We had to dust her off. I haven't used her in a while. So sorry, girl, but we got the Natasha Denona Lila palette. And it kind of goes without saying. Purples, pinks, mauves, browns. Do you get the theme of this video? So of course, this will be great because you can go a little neutral. You kind of have that blue-brown shade right here. You got all of the different type of purples. You have cooler tone purples. You have warmer tone purples. You have your nice mattes to go with it. Dang, I gotta use this palette. We're gonna have to put her like in a little palette roll. I haven't pulled this out. That's why I like doing these videos, because I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff. I've been doing pretty good this year. I've been making a point to like dig in and use my shadows, but this is such a good palette. So if you have anything like this or laying around, or if you have this exactly, or I could have thrown in like the purple blue palette, use it, okay? All right, this one is a little bit non-traditional. So this is like if you want to like vamp it up. A lot of people would probably say this is like anti-Valentine's Day, but I don't think so. They're wild in love and crazy in love. This is the Chucky times GlamLite. Look at the lenticular motion on this palette, okay? Now, she's deep, she's dark, she's sultry, she is vampy, but she gives me all the feels. You're getting beautiful, dark, smoky eyes with this palette. You do get a little bit more sparkle with some of the silvers in here. And I want to say one of the silvers, this one right here, does have a small little bit of hollow chrome to it, as well as I'd be like, I got my nails going in lenticular motion also. I'm really excited about it. Okay, but you definitely get a vampy look, and I think it's still perfect because you can kind of do this any time of the year, or it's good if you just kind of want to do like a little amped up Valentine's Day, or if you're not feeling Valentine's Day, this is definitely like anti-Valentine's Day palette at the same time. Okay, I have said Valentine's Day so many times, I'm so worried about ending up saying Valentine's with an M. It's Valentine's, but yeah, I've said it so much. It's like I'm worried that my tongue is going to slip. So this is the palette that I have on today. I mean, how could you not think about Valentine's Day and not think about the Natasha Denona Love palette? It was the palette that kicked everything off for her in terms of her Valentine's Day collections. So this is the original girl. She had a little mini, and then I think she had a baby. I don't like the baby palettes. Those really make me upset. Like, I don't want a 3-shade nothing, okay? 5 shades, 4 minis are okay. I don't want all the minis to become big palettes or vice versa, even though that was the case with Xenon. But Natasha Denona Love. And look, first of all, I got this palette when it came out. Honey, she works. It is something to be said about these formulas. They're more expensive and you're like, oh, the price point. But you can get Natasha on sale, let's be honest. And at some point she was like doing a buy one, get one free, everybody talk about Auntie Pat and her sales, but nobody ever talks about Natasha and her sales and giving away stuff for the low, okay? But the point is, Do you see the performance? Well, I did a tutorial on this look anyway at the end of the video, so you'll see in a moment, but she's good. I was like, oh. And she's really more of one of a kind in my collection. Very red, very purple, pink base palette with a couple pops of gold in there. Literally perfect. You have like these cream to mattes. Still work good. Cream to powders. Great. Excellent formula. So here we go. The Natasha Denona Love palette. All right. So this one I chose because I was like, oh, if you want to do like, you know, a little bit more springy vibe, a little bit more, you know, lighter tone. It's pink, but it's not so in your face. I picked out the Glaminatrix Rich Romantic palette. And, you know, to me, I feel like this is an elevated version of the ABH Modern Renaissance palette because that one on my complexion just didn't do anything. Even though I have a lot of red and a lot of gold, it just went in and just looked like all like mud on me. It just did not work, okay? But I feel like if you want something, you know, with some beautiful multi-chromes, you got the purples, you got your pinks, you got a little bit more olive that you can mix with these beautiful multi-chromes right here. And I feel like you can get a wide variety of looks, and it's a little bit softer, and it's not like, it's going to scream that season, but it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, it's so pink and purple heavy, you know what I mean? And now this is an OG. We were just talking about ABH. Honey, the jacket. Hey, jacket. Okay, so this is the ABH times Jackie Aina palette, baby. This is the best one they ever had. Okay, so this is the Jackie Aina palette, and you already know. Because first of all, you have this whole little section right here. We have the pink, we have the red, the mauve, the purples. Like, you know you can get a look out of here. So I just thought it was so appropriate. And I thought, like, you know, it's a throwback. A lot of people tend to have this palette in their collection. A lot of people still love the palette. I do as well. And, you know, it's a great way to like bust it out, bring it out, use it, you know, and it might make you fall in love with it because it has a lot of other great shades in there. Now, like I said, you know, there's so many palettes I could have chose by Mama Pat, but I chose Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2 because if of all the mauve pinky palettes, and you know, I'm always like blink twice if you need help. I don't understand why it's so many mauve palettes. This is the one I'm going to choose. Now I know I talk crap about it, but about the mauves in general and the pinks and everything. But this is low key. This is one of my favorite palettes by Pat McGrath. Hands down. It just is. So this is Mothership 2. I was lucky enough to get it in the rose gold edition. And this is what she looks like. And this is literally also a palette if I don't know what I'm going to put on, but I want to put on some makeup. I'm going to reach for this because for me, this is like an elevated neutral palette. You know, I have the plums. I have a nice peachy matte. The only thing I don't really like is how this got hard pan, even though this is such a beautiful shade. I got my mauves and the bronze. So that's why I feel like it's like an elevated neutral palette, but you got pink. You're going to get a look. You got the nice pink multi-chrome. It's going to be a look and it's going to be gorgeous. And I'm sure you probably have it in your collection, okay? Now, these two palettes, they're a little bit unconventional. And I was like, let me choose them because maybe you're going in a different direction. And I chose the Cold Moon palette because there are a lot of beautiful shades that will complement you if you're wearing pink and you don't want to be like, I'm pink all over type of look, but you want that nice pop. And this palette has pops, okay? It is beautiful. First of all, you have nice like mauve tones. Of course, it's a little bit more cooler tone. We have these shades. These particular multi-chromes are so beautiful. They have like the hint of pink. They have that warmth and that fire to them. Same with this one. There's so many different directions. You have purple, you have blue, you have a nice lavender. There's a lot of different type of looks that you can get. in this palette. And I just thought like it would be something different to kind of pull out and just think about for Valentine's Day, depending on your outfit and what you're wearing. And I feel like this palette will even look great with this shirt. This shirt is from MTHRSHP, by the way. I just got it not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago. Love it, if you were wondering. But I just thought like this would be an unconventional choice, but it's great because it's definitely not going to be boring when you put it on the eyes, especially with these multi-chromes. And I said, well, if you didn't have this, and I think this was kind of on a pre-order, I said maybe you can use this. And I felt like you could use this as well because you have a lot of deep shimmery sultry shades in here. So if you wanted to do like a nice smoky eye, in my video where I did how many in 2020, I did a smoky eye using this particular shade. You got your dark plums, but also this shade right here. This is a beautiful like magenta hollow chrome where the flecks are actually a little bit bigger. I felt like you can kind of go bronze moment. You have your purple moments. You can go deep and sultry. And I just thought it was a different spin. And if you already had this particular palette in your collection, that, you know, it's another way to kind of bring it out and get more use out of it because it's just not fall and winter. You know, it's a lot of great shades in here that you can kind of pull from. So these are the palettes that I chose that I think you should pull out of your collection to use them during this time of the year. And really, you should be using them all times of the year, but you know what I mean. And I have this tutorial for you. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into the tutorial and then I'll meet you on the other side of that. Alright, so this is the final look for this tutorial that I created along with this video. I'm very happy with how this turned out. For the eye primer, I opted to use my Pat McGrath Intensifies Eye Primer. You know, it's a clear base and it worked so well with these Natasha Denona shadows. I have never used it, especially along with like these creams of powder and the creamy mattes, you know, those type of more creamy formulas that Natasha tends to give us, especially like here and here. And so I'm really happy with how the shadows laid down. If you saw me spraying something, this was my Mayron mixing medium. I opted to keep it in a spray bottle because I don't ever know if you've ever used it in its original container. Hot mess. No type of spray system. It's just, yeah, it's just everywhere. So for the eyeliner, I kind of did 2 eyeliners just to kind of give it a little bit more depth. So on the outer V, I went in with my ColourPop eyeliner in the shade Acting Up, and this is the multi-chrome liner. So pretty. This is the purple shade. There we go. And for the more pinky one in here, and I just kind of dragged it down here so you can see more of the multi-chrome and it's more visible. I went in with the shade Pixie. So this is Pixie, and I really love these. These were just such a great purchase for the foundation. I am wearing, I've actually had it on since about 7:30 this morning, so it's been holding up really well. I just touched up my concealer. So I'm wearing the Haus Labs foundation today. I wear the shade 400 Medium Deep Warm. And I use my Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade 350. And I was like, ooh, it's really, really light. So I topped it off with my Medium Deep Gold in the shade 40 of the Haus Labs concealer because talk about a bright under eye. It was really, really bright, okay? And let's see, for my bronzer, I went in with my Juvia's Place. No difference there. So I got my Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Tan. You know, this little duo right here. And then for the blush, which I've actually basically had on all day as well, but I did do a little touch up since I wiped away where I fixed my concealer. I went in with a mixture of these two shades. This is from the It's Belle Cosmetics, my old tried and true highlighter, the Maybelline Master Chrome. It's just like a nice peachy gold highlighter. And for my lip, I have my Givenchy lip gloss. It's a lip balm in the shade Rose Perfection. So yes, no lip liner. So this is what it looks like. So this is the look. I hope you guys like it. It came out cute. I haven't used the Love palette in God knows long. Okay, I know this is not Valentine's related, but I wasn't. But then I did. I wasn't, but it was living in my brain rent-free. So I kind of bought this for myself for Valentine's Day. All right, I'll see you on the other side when we wrap up this video. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the look. It was so much fun reaching in, playing with the Natasha Denona palette, kind of like a, do we still love her? Yes, we do, because the performance is great. I was slightly worried, but let me know how you guys like the choices that I use for Valentine's Day. What choices are you going to be pulling out right now? What are you going to plan to be using this week? Let me know down below in the comments. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be soon. And subscribe to my channel because you know I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chat dance, chat dance. Hey, 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 chat dance. Chat dance. Hey. What's this? It's like a, I guess, child. All right, y'all. Bye.